No lights on the plane, no lights on the runway. The only light you could see was coming from a dining hall where hundreds of troops had crowded in. They had gathered thinking they were having dinner with senior military leadership. They had absolutely no idea that the President of the United States was going to walk into that room. A sight and a scene and a sound that I know I will never forget unfolded. You had people from every part of our country, every race, every religion, every political party represented in that room. But in that moment, in one perfect voice and in total unity, they chanted over and over again, USA, USA, USA. It was a perfect picture of what makes America so incredible. You had men and women willing to put everything on the line to fight for our country, to fight for our freedom so that we could enjoy it. One of the young soldiers yelled from the back, he said, "Mr. President, I re-enlisted in the military because of you." And the president said, "Son, I'm here because of you." Ladies and gentlemen, that young soldier deserves to know that he has a country back home that is doing their part in the fight for freedom, that is doing their part in protecting it, preserving it, and making sure we have the ability to pass it on to the next generation. Donald Trump will be the president that does that. My guess is each one of you are here tonight because you love America.
Yeah.
And I hope that you will remember why you love America. America is the greatest country that the world has ever known because we're the freest country the world has ever known, and we have to fight for that freedom. We have to protect it. And you have the ability to do that on Tuesday. Each one of us has a part to play in the fight for freedom. Not all of us are called to serve on the physical battlefields of Iraq. Not all of us are called to run for office. But we are all called to be part of the fight, to defend our country and make sure that our kids and grandkids get to enjoy it. So when you leave tonight, don't just leave thinking what a fun time that you have. Leave here energized and committed to doing your part in the fight for freedom and making sure every single person you know shows up and votes on Tuesday. Unless, of course, they tell you they're voting for somebody other than Donald Trump, then you let them know the election's been moved to December. Georgia, but the entire country is counting on you, and I know that you will deliver and you will do your part in the great fight for freedom. Thank you so much for being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage United States Senator Marco Rubio.
What a great speech, what a great governor, what a great delegation, what a great state you guys are. I want to start, this is a Trump rally, so we speak straight. I want to speak straight to you, okay? All right. And they called me about this yesterday. I want to be honest, they said, yeah, we're doing this rally in Georgia, maybe you want to come up, it's not that far, you know, and I said, look, I don't know, I mean, right now, we're up 10-3 in the first half. I don't know if they're going to want to see me tomorrow over there, because right now my Florida Gators are eating the dogs. But they played the rest of the game, and Georgia went Georgia on us, and so I'm sure we're going to have for the fourth straight year. And so, but I said, I gotta go. I have to be here. First of all, because we're going to be in a good mood. And second, because of what's truly at stake. Look, I thought I was going to come up here today and tell you about all the horrible things that are being said. I'll be honest, look, there's always been bias in the media. I don't know if you guys know that. There's always been bias. I don't mean bias, it's just that every human being is biased. Okay, I'm biased, right? We're all biased. But I don't think we've ever seen what we've seen in the last 10 days. This is nothing but a full-scale effort to do everything you possibly can at virtually every major media outlet in America.
That's right.
To depress and suppress Republican votes and Trump voters, and to undermine and prevent Donald Trump from being elected. I've never seen anything like it. It's a full-scale assault. Even yesterday, Kamala Harris was apparently on an airplane headed to Michigan. They called her, do you want to be on Saturday Night Live? And they made a U-turn, apparently left a bunch of people standing, waiting for, I don't know how many people went to a rally anyway. She probably told them Beyonce was going to be there, so they all showed up. And then, the U-turn and led to Saturday Night Live, by the way, in violation of the law. But my only hope was, I hope she laughed on Saturday Night Live in front of millions of people who started laughing for a few minutes, because that's probably worth 2 to 3 million votes right there. But it's an all-full-scale assault. I did a show this morning, and it's interesting. They take like a 5-second snippet of something Trump says and says, oh, he's calling for violence or his violent rhetoric. I said, violent rhetoric? He's the guy that's been almost shot at one time and almost assassinated the second. He's the violent rhetoric? They're the violent rhetoric. So, but all this is happening, but I want to focus on something in the limited time I have with you that's a little different, but the same in some ways. And that is what we're hopeful of. Look, my parents were born in Cuba. They came here in 1956. There's no way there's more Cubans here. That's not true. 4? Yeah, there's 5. It's called a conspiracy. 4 is all right. It's manageable. By the way, I want to make clear, Mark Cuban is not Cuban. Okay? So, and I'm an American by birth, they're Americans by choice. And let me tell you something, there isn't a day that goes by, and this sounds like maybe it's not true, but it really is. There isn't a day that goes by where I don't thank God that they came here, that this country existed, that it was the nation that was 90 miles from the shores of the nation of their birth. Because it was the only place in the world where anyone from anywhere could achieve anything by working hard and playing by the rules. I'm telling you guys, as someone, I don't know, I never lived in another country. But I lived surrounded by people that did. And the people who have come from other places and know what life is like outside of America, they're the first ones to tell you, do you guys have any idea how special, how unique, how extraordinary the country that you have is? How extraordinary and special the United States is. And it is something that I think has been instilled in me my entire life, but it's what propelled me to want to serve in public office. And it's what I fear is at stake, and what we're losing. Not because our people are the greatest people in the world, we're still a great people, capable of extraordinary things. But we've been led by people who have led us on the wrong path, the path of decline, the path of destruction. And we have a candidate running for president that at its core, what his message is, it's the most straightforward message you can ever have. What is the message of Donald Trump's campaign? He wants to make America great again. How is that offensive? How is that outrageous? How is it offensive to say that the #1 job of the United States government is to serve the American people people, put them above anything else. When did that become offensive? That's common sense, and we need that again. We need a government led by people with a president that puts you before anything or anyone else. Since when is it offensive to say, look, we have a country, we have to have laws. If tomorrow you announce anyone who wants to come to America, please do, which is basically what's happening. But if you just basically said, from now on, anyone who wants to come, just come anyone you want, anytime you want. Literally, 150, 200 million people would come. They would come here. But no country in the world would do that, except this one under this administration of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And when you have 11, 12, 13 million people, yes, the majority of them are not criminals, but if 5% of 12 million people are dangerous criminals, that is a lot of dangerous criminals, and they're in our country, and they're doing damage now, and that needs to stop. How is it offensive to say that that is going to stop? And how is it offensive to say that we want America to be respected in the world again? They don't respect Joe Biden. They'll laugh at Kamala Harris. The world has spiraled out of control with Joe Biden. It'll catch fire under Kamala Harris. We'll have more wars and more conflict and less fear. So it is not radical and it is not outrageous to want a president that is feared and respected by our enemies and trusted by our allies. I'm tired of bad news. I'm tired of negative headlines about our country. I am tired of hearing the price of this is going up, and more crime over here, and more war over there, and less respect for America. We are tired of the bad news. We want to live in an era of prosperity. We want to live in an era of safety and security. We want to live in an era of peace, and we want to live in an era of strength. We want an America that dreams big again, and for that, we need to elect Donald Trump. That's the stake in this. That's the America I grew up in. That's the America my children, your grandchildren deserve to inherit. And there's only one way to do that. And that is you have to come out and vote. We have to come out and vote. And if we do, Donald Trump will not just be our 45th president, he'll be our 47th, and America will be great again for our children. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Lieutenant Governor of Georgia, Burt Jones.
Summertime is finally here. What's going on, Macon, Georgia? I do appreciate Senator Rubio for being here today. Let's give him a hand. That was a great job. He reminded me he was a University of Florida grad when we were backstage, and he said he was a little concerned he wasn't going to get here. I told him there was no doubt it was going to be fine. We were welcomed to open arms regardless. But how about them dogs on Saturday? The last time I was standing on this stage, it was about a month ago with a musical artist named Jason Aldean. And he and I were here to present a check for the hurricane victims. And because we partnered with Donald J. Trump, we raised those hurricane victims $7 million that night. I always like to say that because the media never reported it. But within 4 days of partnering with the president, we raised $7 million, and it's going to the hurricane victims. And we need to keep our thoughts and prayers for those hurricane victims in there, because our state is hit hard. We had a great number of speakers tonight, and I do appreciate particularly our out-of-town speakers. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and she would do a great job tonight. Of course, Senator Rubio, he did a wonderful job, and I want to thank all delegation, as well as our legislators. Y'all please give them a round of applause. So, they did a great job. You know, earlier this week, I think the Biden-Harris regime referred to us as a bunch of garbage, I believe. Isn't that right? I tell you what, I can remember the first, I was the co-chair of the Trump campaign back in 2015. I was co-chaired again in 2020, and I remember that first rally that we had here in Macon, Georgia, and it was just as big as it is right now. And I can tell you right now, if this is what they consider garbage, if this is what the Biden administration considers garbage, then I'll take this trash all day long. I'll take it all day long, and I'd say put me in, coach, because if I want to go to battle, I want to go to battle with this crowd right here. It is unbelievable, it is unconscionable that there is a party that refers to an entire group of people as garbage, as Nazis, as deplorable, as people who just cling to their guns and Bibles, I believe is what I heard. Isn't that right? No, I tell you what we love as Americans. We love cheap groceries. We love cheap gasoline and being energy independent. We love a closed border and we love people to love our country as much as we love our country. Those are just basic things that you would think that they would want, but they don't. Instead, they want to insult us when we don't agree with them. And they want to tell us that we're not right and that we should pay more at the gas pumps and we should pay more in the grocery stores and we should allow 20 million people unchecked and unvetted into our country, allow them to be citizens, right?
It's very exciting.
But I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick and tired of that. And on Tuesday, we're going to change the direction of this country. And it's going to be by a man that has a simple message: make America great again. This race should not even be close. It should not even be close, because if we were voting on the issues, President Trump would win in a landslide. But this media crowd that we have back here, the national media crowd we have, they're the absolute worst. They have villainized this man for the last 10 years. And they have been the reason that there's been 2 assassination attempts on him. They have been the reason, along with their coastal elites, that he has been prosecuted or attempted to be prosecuted by all these rogue DAs around the country. I know a little something about a rogue DA. I had one in Fulton County that tried to come after me as well. So, guess what? I beat her too. Because the truth will always set you free, and if the truth is on your side, you will win. And I want to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This movement, this Make America Great Again movement, you need to take it all in tonight, because you will never see anything like it again. You will never see anything like it again, not in our lifetime. But fortunately, we're going to get to see him 4 more years in the White House, starting Tuesday. So please, please, please go vote. Get your friends to vote. Get your family to vote. I've said it many times, if you don't have a friend, go make one between now and Tuesday. Get them to vote. God bless you, and let's make President Trump 45 the number 47 in this country. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Heisman Trophy winner and football legend, Herschel Walker.
hello there. I want to tell you, I grew up about 60 miles from here, and I said about 60 miles because I don't want anyone fact-checking me to know that that's a little bit more. And about 40 years ago, I met a young man that was just the way I grew up. He loved his family, and he loved this great country. And we hit it off. That young man was Donald J. Trump. Today, we both are a little bit older, but we both still have good hair. And I can tell you 40 years ago, President Trump hasn't changed. He still loves his family, loves his country, and we're still friends. But our founding fathers risked everything when they stood up to the king. And men and women in our military sacrificed their life to protect what our founding father gave us. And you know, Donald Trump is built on the same cloth. He has sacrificed a lot for this country, and in so many ways. And it really disgusted me when I did hear them insult him with all these names. One of them, they call him a racist. Wait. And if y'all haven't noticed, I'm black. But I had some people on the left that said that I wasn't black. And now they've thrown all these bogus lawsuits at me, trying to bankrupt me. And they've tried to throw him in jail. And with this hateful rhetoric, they've had people to take shots at him, try to kill him. But man can't stop what God got in store for him. So let us not let Donald Trump down, because he's not going to let us down.
That's right.
Donald Trump's times in office, we had a great economy.
Yes.
We had a secured border.
Yes.
Crime was down. There was no men and women's sports. And other countries respected us. Now think about this. Would you like for me to compete against your daughter? And many of you may not know, I'm back in school at the University of Georgia. And I was on campus when Macon Rally was killed. And she was killed from an illegal gang member because of the Biden-Harris weak or no border policy. While Donald Trump can't bring Macon back, but he can help her family and help us to stop this illegal immigration. And he can help us to stop all the criminals from coming into our country. We need to have Donald Trump's back because he's got our back. And then we can take our country back. And I've heard our opponent call us garbage. They said we're garbage. Well, they can call us garbage all day long. They can call us anything they want, because in the great book that I read, it said no weapon formed against me shall prosper. They wanted to fact check me. That is in Isaiah 54:17. And as Michael Jackson said in his song, The Man in the Mirror, that we can make a change. But that change is gonna come if y'all get out and vote. So if you haven't voted, you need to get to the polls right away. And as Burke said,
He would have.
bring a friend, bring a relative, bring whoever. because we have to take our country back. And Donald Trump is not just my friend, he's your friend. And it is time for us to step up to the plate. It is not time for us to sit on the sideline anymore. Because when you see what they're doing to this country, you say it's a dying sin. And it is time for it to stop. And it stopped on Tuesday when we get to the polls and we vote for my friend and your friend, Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump, Lady Trump.
There's no place I'd rather be in this world. Your eyes are where I'm lost underneath the chandelier, dancing around. There's no reason to hide what we're feeling inside right now. Baby, let's just turn down the lights and close the door. Oh, I love that just what you want anymore. No, I don't need it no more. This is just making, baby. It's action on the floor. Ooh, take it off. I'll be right here ready to hold you. Girl, you know you're perfect from your head down to your heels. Don't be confused by my sweater, 'cause I ain't never been more for real, for real. So let's turn down the lights and close the door. Oh, I love that dress, but you can't read anymore. No, you won't need it no more. Let's just kiss till we make it, baby. It's action on the floor. Ooh, take it off for me now, girl. It's action on the floor. Ooh, take it off for me now, girl.
what do you think? I came down here so you can see what's going on outside. There's a big boom truck here holding the flag. Some of the vendors, they may have gone by now, I'm not sure. There's the security. People are still coming. There's
So awesome to see a secret service here. So awesome to see a secret service here.
Yeah, I know. It's cool, isn't it?
I like this.
No, I'm not doing it. It's America. So there you go. So I'll go back up to the top. I'll go back to my seat, and I don't know. I sort of don't really feel like live streaming the whole speech because I'd like to watch it just without, but we'll see. Secret Service got a little freaked out that I was getting too close to. They got fencing on. Anyway, it's very exciting.